A wise man who goes by the name Nelson Mandela once quoted, "Youths of today are the leaders of tomorrow." We are the youths, we are the future. We are the generation that will move forward. Welcome to Teen Talk Podcast with Rachel Omokende, a podcast that discusses any issues relating to teenagers. Sit back, relax, get your pen and jotter, and join Rachel Omokende on a life transforming journey.
Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Teen Talks podcast with Rachel Omokende. And today we would be discussing a very important topic, a very powerful topic. Yes, I mean a very powerful one. And what is that topic? The topic is self-acceptance. Self-acceptance. Well, I'm so delighted and happy, and I believe you are happy too, because on today's episode, we are going to learn a lot of things, and the only thing I'm requesting from you is your rapt attention. I will start by explaining the meaning of self-acceptance. In simple terms, self-acceptance is about being able to accept yourself with all your strengths and weaknesses. Yes, as you are right now, it's not about judging or criticizing yourself, but instead, it is about being kind and compassionate towards yourself. Do you know that it is impossible for you to be flawless? The moment you know that, the less you stress yourself. No one is flawless. You can't be without fault. It is not possible. You might start wondering that, but some people appear perfect. How come? Listen and listen again. No one is flawless, I repeat. No one is flawless. Be careful of the people that appear flawless and blameless all the time, because they are not being realistic. They are fake, and I call such people double-faced. There are many double-faced youths out there. There are many double-faced ladies. There are many double-faced guys out there. You will become double-faced the moment you start to create the impression of what you are not. The moment you start to create the impression of who you are not. The moment you start to create the impression of what you don't have. The truth is just that a fake identity cannot last long. It can never stand the test of time. Sooner or later, whatever you fake will definitely be revealed. Imagine you faking to come from a wealthy home, wearing expensive dresses that you can't afford, going to sophisticated restaurants, doing a lot of expensive things. You know that such person would definitely end up in debt. That's why there's a saying that says, cut your coat according to your size. I'm telling you, cut your coat according to your size. I will even add to it, cut your coat according to your size. Not even according to your size alone, but cut your coat according to your size and according to your material. Sometimes, when we discover our weaknesses, we deceive ourselves by lying to ourselves that we do not have such weaknesses, of which we have, of which I have, of which you have. Do you know that a strong man is not the one that doesn't have weakness? A strong man is a man that has mastered his weakness. A man that has mastered his weakness. There are many things we notice in our lives, but most times, we are too egoistic to accept it. What do I mean by being egoistic? Gratification of one's own desires rather than others. We just have this non-defeatable mentality. We already create that kind of mentality. And anybody that is trying to correct us or that is trying to point some of our weaknesses to us, we try to defend it because we feel defeated whenever they are correcting us. You might start wondering that why is she suddenly talking about weakness when the topic is self-acceptance? The truth is, it cannot be said that you have accepted yourself if you have not accepted your weakness. You cannot say that you have accepted yourself when you have not learned to be yourself. don't misquote me. Accepting your weaknesses doesn't equate to you justifying your ill behaviors. Your ill behaviors are meant to be worked on and corrected. The fact that I said you should learn to accept your weakness doesn't mean that you will now start boasting about the things you need to work on. Your weaknesses is different from your ill behaviors. If we can all accept ourselves as we are, if we can stop fighting against ourselves and start working towards our goals, then it would have been better. Of course, I know it is not easy to accept your weakness overnight. I'm telling you, it is not easy. Sometimes, when people notices it and tells us it hurt our ego, it hurt us so much. In the context of self-acceptance, the weakness I'm talking about refers to aspects of yourself that you may perceive as flaws and shortcomings. This could be physical, emotional, social, or otherwise. The goal of self-acceptance is not to ignore or deny these aspects of yourself, but rather acknowledge and accept them as part of who you are. That doesn't mean you have to like your weaknesses or be happy about them, but it means that you don't have to feel ashamed or guilty about them. When it comes to self-acceptance, it is very important to remember that everyone has weaknesses. It could be something that is just inbuilt in you. It could be genetic, it could be your stature, it could be the color of your skin, it could be the color of your hair, it could be the size of your eye, it could be your shape. For me, it is actually the color of my lips. Because I have a black lips, I don't like showing it without adding a colored lip gloss. It even hurts more when some people make some comments like, "Why is your lip this black when you are not a smoker?" Someone even advised me to use pink lip balm. But the moment I start to accept myself, then I'm proud of it. I can go anywhere without using colored lipstick. I know this story might sound funny to you and it might sound like a small issue to you. But as small as it sounds, it is not small at all. Now, this is my story. What is your own story? Is it that you have a very dark complexion, that you feel you are not beautiful, and you have even considered bleaching? Is it that you think you don't have a correct figure, and you are contemplating on going extra mile just to get that shape? Is it that you think you are too chubby and you feel shy even to come out of your room? Is it that you think you are too skinny and because of that, you find it hard to express yourself? Or maybe any other things that I have not mentioned? Hey, let me tell you, no one would love you if you have not learned to love yourself. When you love yourself, you are sending a signal to people how to treat you. Accept yourself the way you are and be proud of it. Speak anywhere boldly. Don't ever limit yourself because of anything you are facing. Learn to accept yourself. Carry that your body, carry that your shape, carry that your black skin, carry that your stature, carry that your voice that people say sounds too feminine or too masculine. Be proud of it. You know what? Once people notice that you are proud of it, they will never think of humiliating you through it. They will never think of making you sad through it. Because the moment you learn to accept it, it is no more your weakness. Once people notice your weak points, once they notice that particular thing that make you cry, then they will just become your master. Because at that moment, they will own your life. Because they can decide to make you happy or sad. They have your pin code. They can say, "Oh yeah, be sad, be happy." They can just press any button that they feel like pressing because they are now the master of your life. They know how to make you happy and they know how to make you sad. Aren't you tired of burning your face inside your room due to that scar you have? Aren't you tired of isolating yourself just because of your color? Aren't you tired of crying because people make fun of you every day? Get up now, clean your face, wipe your tears. Stand up gallantly and look into the very eyeball of anyone who make fun of you because of the way you look or because of some things about you. And look into their face and tell them that Don't do yourself harm by looking down on me because I have not arrived yet. Watch out and see me doing exploits. Okay, guys, I believe you have learned some things about accepting yourself. We have come to the end of this episode of Teen Talks titled Self Acceptance. Stay tuned to us until next week. Remain blessed and safe. I am Rachel Omokehinde. Thank you for listening. Bye.